Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Relic. I guess this will be the last video, and it's all very close now. The Nemesis Githalion Athelwy is at 21 infamy. And his goal is to get to 25, then he automatically wins the game. However, he's down to 1 life point, and he's also only at level 1, so he wasn't able to develop a ton of to develop his skill a lot, so he's now, compared to some other guys, kind of vulnerable. The other players aren't doing terribly well, except for our stormtrooper. But that is good enough. Remember, if one player makes it to the center and fulfills these 4 or 3 of the 4 tasks here, the players all together win the game. This is a cooperative scenario here, shoulder to shoulder. And we see the stormtrooper sitting here. And he's basically ready to go. I mean, he just wants to end up here at the Guardians of the Rift. And then he's ready to enter the inner zone, trying to win the game. He has to either discard 4 influence, which he doesn't have at the moment. He's right now at 2. But he's got these lucrative contracts card, which could give him 1, 2, 6 influence. So I guess he's got a good chance to get 4 here. Overall, any number of power cards with a combined total power numbers of 7 or more, that's not a problem. He's got these 2 6 power cards, and he's got a... what was that? Somewhere I thought he had a... yeah, exactly, the Talicon's Wellspring. That says at the start of your experience phase you may draw 1 power card. So that would allow him to get a power card if necessary. Lose 3 life. Well, at the moment he's got 4, so he can afford to do that. And discard 1 trophy worth of 4 or more trophy points. And he has here 9 overall. So that's also not a problem. Right now, if he can get enough money, he could even afford to lose a life inside here and still fulfill 3 of the 4 requirements, which would then be enough to win the game. So, let's see. Some dice would be helpful. There we go. Okay. And the Tech Priest, he wants to go to the Blackstone Fortress. That's his mission. We find that here. And, well, let's see. A4. I guess I'm going to move here. Well, I can actually take a look what we have here, and that's a problem. That is a Nemesis card. I don't think I want to draw that card, because if I do, Nemesis will get an additional infamy. So that might not be such a great idea. And instead, I guess I'm going to move here to the lair of the Vexigar. The thing is that this guy he can juggle around with the cards. He can let's see, I mean, this is kind of nasty now, but theoretically we could use his book and check. The question is, what would be allowed, you know? I mean, if you play cooperative, in a way you should be allowed to share some information. However, does it say secretly? You may look at the top card of each threat deck. Oh boy. I mean, here it says clearly, you may secretly look at the top card of one threat deck. Then place that card on the top or bottom of that deck. So maybe I should have allowed the other players to share the information here, but I'm not sure. Anyway, what I will do now is, in this case, I will give the other players a hint that, hey, that red one might be an omen. So, and I will allow him to go there, so he can basically take the card and then put it underneath the deck so that we don't have to draw that omen card. Okay, we're going to roll here. That is a 6. Now that is awesome. That gives him 1 cunning. And there we go. Well, he's got a cunning of 6 now, which is pretty good. The needle rifle in addition to that. So the Nemesis should be careful. And then it's the trooper. Let's see. Well, he wants to get money. The lucrative contracts. Play at the start of your movement phase. So we do that. Okay, that's a 5. That's pretty awesome. He has to end the turn, however. Still, he's got now enough money to pay for this mission here in the middle tier. And then the Marine. And we can now choose to roll either 2 or 3 dice here because of the Navigator and the Astropath. No, that's not true because of the Navigator, exactly. Basically we have to roll 2 dice, that's my special ability, and choose the lower one. But the Navigator allows us to roll an additional die. So if we want to go really just to a neighboring space or so, it could be a good idea to roll 3 dice, because that would raise our chance to roll a 1. But I'm going to roll 2 dice because I want to move to a red space. That is a 3. Well, that would actually bring me to a red space, that one here. And I think I'm going to do that. So I'll move here. And now I can draw that card. See, shit, that's an omen. I don't want that. So I'm going to place it underneath the deck. And then draw the next one. Yeah, okay, that's also an omen. Great. But, well, I mean, you know, these things happen. So these are 22. And we have to face that event now first. So that is the Emperor's Blessing. Choose an enemy in your tier with a strength value lower than your strength value. Immediately defeat that enemy and take it as a trophy. Well, that's basically a cool idea, especially because I have a massive strength value, but sadly there is none. So that was just a waste and a bad omen, and that's all that is. Okay, then we have to fight these Evil Sons Warbiker. And they fight with Cunning, so they attack. And that is a 4. And I have a 3, so the same Cunning number And I have a 5. Awesome. So I get these guys as a trophy. Nice. Okay, and now it's Githelion. And he can heal with that card. I should really keep that in mind. Okay. Now that is a 1 or a 4. Well, I definitely don't want to move here. I could move here. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I want to avoid battles as long as I'm that weak. So I'm allowed to draw 2 cards. The Desperate Allies and the Shuriken Pistol. Of course, I'm going to take the pistol. That gives me 2 charges then. Now, that is now the Tech Priest. Well, that's a 1. That's not too great. I'm going to check again the top cards. Off weird boy. I might be able to kill this guy. Okay. I can't go there anyway. Thousand Sun Sorcerer. I think I want to... there I have to draw 2 cards. Okay, then I'm going to move here, I guess. And that is the Thousand Suns Sorcerer. The start of this battle, each enemy in your tier with a willpower attribute immediately moves to your space. If you win this battle, gain 1 power card for each enemy. Okay, there is only this guy. Well, I'm not in the best shape here. I only have a 2, so he attacks. That's bad. That's an 8, so I need a 6 to win that battle. Shit, didn't make it. Okay, so it goes down. My life points go down. That's it. Okay, now it's again the guy in the center. And he rolls a die. The Stormtrooper. Well, that's a 4. That's not too great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I could go there. One, 2, 3, 4, and draw 2 of the yellow cards. Okay, so we have here a Striking Scorpion. Add 1 to this enemy's battle score for each trophy and asset you have with an omen icon. Okay, we got 1 here. And another 1. So this guy has 5. Dedicated to eliminating the mark of chaos everywhere, these aspect warriors are deadly assault troops. Well, okay, but still they're not too dangerous. I have a Cunning of 9. So he's got a 5. Okay, no problem here. That would also allow me to level up once again. And yeah, why not? I mean, I can only do it once more actually. But first I have to check this guy, the Vindicare Assassin. Once per turn at the start of your engagement phase, you may spend 1 influence to discard a threat card on your space. That's definitely not bad, but I already have 5 assets and I want to keep them. So I'm gonna discard this guy. And then I will level up. The last time now. That gives me one more willpower and one more completed mission. So now again the Terminator with 2 dice. Where does he want to go? Fleet resupply. So he basically wants to go to the battlefield and he has space. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. Wow, that's a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could go to the webway portal. Yeah, I guess I will do that. Oops. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll a die and see from which deck I have to draw. That's a red one, which is good, I assume. Goth Weird Boy. But I have to do a willpower test, but I'm good in willpower. Add 1 to this enemy's battle score for each other orc enemy in your tier. I'm not sure if there are any. I don't think so. No. Just this guy. Filled with the power of the orc gods Morg and Gork, a weird boar hurls barely controlled blasts of psychic energy, usually at his enemies. Okay, so the guy attacks. Wow, shit. But this thing doesn't explode, because that's my special ability here. So he's at 8. I got a 6. That also brings me to 8. That's a shame. It's not quite enough to win. But, yeah, it's still okay, I guess. And then it's again... shit. I forgot again. I really wonder, I think I should do it. I should be that fair. I forgot again to play that card. When he lost the battle against the Thousand Suns Sorcerer, and he lost his life point, play if a character on any space other than the space you are on would lose any amount of life. This character does not lose any life, then you gain 1 life. I'm gonna do that because, you know, it's just fair. I mean, I kind of helped out the other guys and allowed them to share the information of that book and so on. So I think I will allow to do this now, because if you play solo, it's hard to remember every card from every player. And I kind of missed this now a few times, so this time I will do this. That means Nemesis is now again at 2 life points, but I think that's okay. And that allows him now a little more, well, I would not say risk, but maybe at least trying to level up again. Because leveling up also, it's not that easy. Sometimes it gives you infamy, but the next level would not give Nemesis infamy. Okay, anyway, let's see what we get. That is a 5, 4, 5. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to move there or here. Hard to tell. I think, yeah, shit. No. Here I have to draw 2 cards. I'm not sure if I can do that. I think I want to move here and go again with cards from my Nemesis thing. The Dire Avengers, a dying flame in the dark. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. Play at the start of a cunning battle between a character and an enemy. Move to that character's space and add your cunning value to his battle score. If he wins the battle, gain 1 infamy. You know what? I think I might try that. I guess that's kind of cool. I'm just 3 infamy away from winning, so I want to take every chance to get some infamy. If I then can force him somehow to discard a card, because that would give me 2 infamy then, if I can force him to discard his corruption card, that one here, and if I can win that battle here with the other character, then I would have won the game, and that would have been pretty awesome, obviously. So let's see. The Tech Priest. That's a 6. So where does he want to go? That fortress, exactly. Meh. Meh. Okay, I'm going to move here. Now it's important to see that I don't know about these cards. I know these cards, these are equipment of course, but I don't know that card. I don't know that this exists. So first I want to check how bad that is. It's not too bad actually. So I think I'm gonna move there and fight with that Dark Reaper. I might also take a look at the others. Yeah, okay, no Omen there. So yeah, I'm gonna go against the Dark Reaper, and that is a cunning battle. You cannot use armor assets during this battle. The missile launchers of a Dark Reaper can punch holes in even the strongest Imperial tanks or armor plating. Well, now the problem is Nemesis can play a dying flame in the dark. We have a cunning battle, so we're going to add the cunning value to the battle score, and if he wins the battle, gain 1 infamy. So let's do that. Okay, so we see the attack of the other guy first. He's got a 4. Okay, that's a 9, but yeah, that's it. I mean, I have a cunning value of 6. Nemesis has a cunning value of 5. So that is a win. And that means now that Nemesis is at 23. So only 2 more infamy, and that game is over. Which kind of sucks. I would have loved to see the characters winning, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let me see. Is there anything I can do? Where is that? Ah, yeah, here's the Dark Reaper. So I get him as a trophy, obviously. Okay, and now it's the Trooper. And he really wants to roll either a 1 or a 2, because then he can encounter these guardians there. So let's see. Shit. Boy, that sucks. What is that? That doesn't help either. 1, 2, 3. The Warp Rift. Progress 1 space. Oh no, that's bullshit. We would end up here actually. Bombardment. Yeah. Does that help? Not terribly, I think. Could move here. Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. The Phantom Stars. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna draw a. I mean, I could also move here. Yeah, but that's not that great. Okay, I'm gonna draw a. This one is a blue one, so I'm gonna draw a red one and a yellow one. The Evil Sun's Killer Can. Impossible creations of the Mad Mech Boys. Killer cans are filled with outlandish mechanisms designed to leave death and devastation in their wake. Okay. Okay. And then a yellow one. And that is a Dark Magus. You may draw 1 corruption card to discard this card and gain 1 attribute of your choice. That's an interesting point. Do I want to have more? Do I want to have another corruption card here? Does that help me in any way? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I could do it. Why not? Would make the tests easier. Yeah, maybe. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw a corruption card. Okay, that's a 1. So that is a hideous appearance. Your face is twisted beyond anything recognizable. Each time you test Cunning, subtract 2 from your skill score. What? Well, that's not good, is it? Strange. I mean, shouldn't that help? I don't know, it seems not to do so. Well, okay, that sucks. So anyway, I'm gonna bring Cunning up 1 space then. Basically, this would have been the encounter, so I could have done that only later. Okay. And then we gotta fight this guy. And actually, if I lose that battle, I would not be allowed to draw that card. But okay, let's see. Of course, I try to win. I'm gonna use my Reverend Fist here, so the guy attacks. Okay, that's a 13. I have a 10 plus 3, so it's an automatic victory here. And well, I don't need to collect any more trophies. Basically, I'm done. And that was a strange. I mean, that makes sense, but this thing. Well, okay, whatever. Yeah. Now it's this guy. I wonder, you know, here's the thing. If I produce a 6 result, I may move to any other space in your tier instead of resolving your movement phase normally. So you know what? I'm going to use my navigator and add 1 die. And then does it make sense to attack that guy? Probably not. I'm so weak here. Well, anyway, I'm gonna roll a die. We'll see. 3 dice. Okay, that's a 3. So I gotta move 3. Yeah, that's okay actually. I end here at the battlefield Antius. And I can do this mission now, the fleet resupply. So I'm gonna draw 3 War Gear cards. And try to buy one. Oh shit. Okay, that's Kind Blades. Chaos Chain Axe, holy crap. And the Treatise of Tullius. You may roll 1 additional die during strength battles. If you choose to do so and any of your dice explode during this battle, immediately lose 1 life. Add 1 to your battle score for each power card you have. At the start of your movement phase, you may discard this card to gain 1 willpower. If you do, skip the rest of your turn. Huh. Oh, this is really all not too great. So I think, yeah. Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the Kind Blades for $3. And then I'm gonna discard my relic here, the Whispering Gem. That doesn't seem too impressive. Add 1 to the battle score for each corruption card you have. I mean, that can be good, I guess. Definitely good. But not in this specific situation. So I'm gonna discard that to stay in my asset limit. And then I managed to... Oh, you may move to any other space in the outer or middle tier next turn instead of resolving your movement phase normally. Well, that's kind of neat. That's definitely kind of cool. So I might actually consider... Well, yeah, but I don't know. I thought about attacking the Nemesis here. But, you know, I mean, it has a much better cunning value and the shuriken pistol. I don't think that makes a lot of sense, actually. Well, anyway, I'm allowed to draw another mission. Face the enemy. The Antian sector crumbles around us and enemies invade from all sides. It is the will of the Emperor that you stand as its defense. Start your experience phase with at least 1 trophy from 3 different threat decks. Okay, so 1 we already have. Cool. So now it's now it's Githalion, and I wonder if he can actually finish the game now. He might have a chance. The thing is, he's got that card, Purge the Tainted. Choose a character in your area that has at least 1 corruption card. That character loses 1 life and discards 1 corruption card. Now if that happens, I would gain 2 infamy. So basically, I gotta somehow move into an area of a character that has 1 corruption card. Well, the only character who has a corruption card is the Stormtrooper. And he's sitting right here now. Okay, maybe I can go there somehow. At the start of your movement phase, you may move to any webway portal space or any other space containing a forgotten portal card. Then resolve your movement phase normally. Okay, I can do that. I can simply move with this guy here. And now I guess I should be able to finish this because I can roll 2 dice and I don't know, basically I will always end up here somehow as long as the turn doesn't end after the encounter phase because I somehow messed something up. I should be able to play that card, and then the game is over. Let's see. Oops, that was not the right one, but now, okay, that's a 1 and a 4. Yeah, that's it. I can move in here to the Ancient Shrine World. I can simply draw 2 of my cards. I'm going to give the Vision Stone to whoever it wants or not, and then I will play this one here, Purge the Tainted. And yeah, I think, well, wait a minute, I'm not absolutely positive about that. No, it's not quite that easy, because actually I cannot move here because that's not the same area. I have to move here, but that's the same effect because it doesn't have any threat tokens, so that means I can draw from my Nemesis deck instead. And yeah, that's what I did. Now we share the same area, the Phantom Stars. And I'm going to play that card. That means this guy has to discard one of his corruption cards. And that means I will gain 2 infamy, which brings me to 25. And, well, not that it matters, but the guy loses a life. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the game. It's a little shame because I really thought that maybe I could have made it. I mean, it was really, it was pretty close at the end. Let's say it that way. If we could have managed somehow, if we would have rolled a little luckier and would have ended up here on that space, he could have saved some time. And he was definitely strong enough to move into the center. And I'm pretty sure he could have made it. He has enough money, he has enough trophies. He has enough power cards, so even if he would have lost life somewhere on the way, he should have been able to fulfill 3 of these 4 requirements here. But okay, I mean, he just was a little too slow, but I expected that it would have been much easier for Nemesis to win. I mean, he was during the game already at 19 or something, and then he lost half his infamy and had to build it up again. But I mean, he was doing very well then, and he was back at, I don't know, at 20 or something after a few rounds. It went really fast up again. What's to say about this expansion? Well, of course it adds additional options to the game, which is always good. No doubt here. Player interaction was something that was missing before, and now we have that. And there are basically these 2 options. You can play, I mean, in this scenario it was kind of special, because usually Nemesis is not quite that strong as in this one, and the players don't play cooperative. They have the option to interact with each other doing these skill tests, and that definitely makes things also pretty interesting. But a cooperative scenario might be a little more interesting if you want to play solitaire, because then you kind of don't play from each, from 4 different, completely different perspectives, but just from 2, which might be a good challenge. When you want to play solitaire, then the Nemesis works a little bit as a timer or something, which, yeah, might be for some people interesting. And a cooperative variant is definitely something we didn't see in Talisman or this one until now. So that's a nice option for players who kind of like these semi-cooperative play. Apart from that, the Nemesis itself, I'm not sure how much I like that. It's hard to tell. I mean, it really is. First of all, it seems a little bit, or at first glance, it seems kind of unbalanced, because Nemesis can focus completely on that single skill, and if he manages to bring that up, he should be able to fight most characters without a big risk. However, we've seen here that it's not quite that easy, and I just don't know. I haven't played too many of these Nemesis characters so that I can really judge if it is balanced or not. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. I'm pretty sure they play tested it quite a bit, and therefore it should work out. I played it once before with a Nemesis, and he also won, but I don't remember what it was. It might even have been the same as that one, but I just don't know anymore. What I don't like that much about this specific type of competition is that it feels a little bit, well, what can I say, I mean, because of the other approach here, you just want to have these 25 points. This typical climax that you want to move into the middle, and that it's getting harder, and that you have to move through the inner tier and all that. This typical climactic end that you usually see in Talisman, that's missing. It just is. It can just end like that, and you don't have to level up like hell. You can see that here. I mean, you're still at level 1. It's just a completely different goal, and I don't like that much. I mean, it's okay to have a different goal, but if it would have been a little more climactic, I don't know what that might have been, but I would have appreciated that. And yeah, I don't know. So as you can see, I say a lot of I don't know here because I'm just not really sure what to think of this. I definitely enjoyed it. If I will incorporate the Nemesis in my future games, I don't know yet. Maybe in some of them, maybe not, but that's at least something, it's an option. And that's kind of cool. But I must be honest, I would have preferred an expansion that would have given us more cards instead of this whole Nemesis stuff. And we also should keep in mind that there are not too many of these threat cards here. I mean, okay, you're only a single character, but or maybe 2. But it's not that many, maybe 60 or something, and that's it. And I would have preferred additional threat card and maybe the player interaction. That would have been fine with me instead of this whole new Nemesis concept. Just the rules for the player interaction, and yeah, I think I would have preferred that. Of course, one thing is kind of cool. You can now play also other races. So you can play now the Eldar, or chaos. So you can, there's even a Tyranid Nemesis. So that's definitely awesome. What I find strange is that you cannot play an orc. That is, for some reason, there is no orc Nemesis, and yeah, that's a little disappointing. Anyway, I enjoyed the game quite a bit. Again, a lot comes from the wonderful and beautiful art, no doubt here. But still, I think it was a fun playthrough, and it got quite a bit, it got quite intense after a pretty boring start where we had really this runaway Nemesis. It was now pretty interesting at the end, and I hope you also enjoyed it. Hope to see you on the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.